Hi, I'm Frank Holsteen, Managing Director of Wespath's Investment Management Team. Today, I'm happy to be with you to recap the investment highlights from the second quarter of 2025. Longtime Wespath participants have likely heard me talk about the importance of a long-term perspective and purposeful diversification. We talk about these two things often because they are pillars of Wespath's investment approach. In the second quarter, we saw the benefits of both long-term thinking and diversification. If you logged into Benefits Access a few months ago to look at your account balance at the end of the first quarter and then didn't check your account balance again until now at the end of the second quarter, your returns likely look pretty good in the second quarter. U.S. and international stocks, as well as bonds, were up for the quarter. However, as we know, the second quarter was a roller coaster ride due to geopolitical events, trade policy, and debates on Capitol Hill. And all of the volatility underscored the importance of not making rash decisions, but instead keeping with that long-term focus. It seems forever ago now, but on April 2nd, President Trump announced his administration's reciprocal tariff strategy. This was called Liberation Day. U.S. stocks, as measured by the S&P 500 index, responded by falling roughly 12% in the days after this announcement. However, the Trump administration paused most reciprocal tariffs on April 9th, after signs of mounting stress in the markets. By early May, the S&P 500 had recovered all the way from its Liberation Day losses. And the rally didn't stop there. By the end of June, the S&P 500 and the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite Index both reached new all-time closing highs. To recap, the S&P 500 gained 10.9% in the second quarter and is up 6.2% for the first half of the year. Non-U.S. stocks climbed 12.7% in the second quarter and have risen 17.9% so far in 2025, as measured by the MSCI ACWI ex-US IMI index. I just rattled off several numbers. To sum it all up, through the first two quarters of this year, stocks around the world have performed well, but non-U.S. stocks have done much better than U.S. stocks, outperforming by 11.7%. After years of American market dominance, this is a significant shift, and it illustrates the importance of having a diversified portfolio. As noted in last quarter's Markets at a Glance video, this is being fueled in part by concerns over uncertainty regarding U.S. policies, and that shift into international stocks, particularly European markets, continued in the second quarter. The MSCI Germany stock index, for instance, was up 16% for the quarter and 34% for the first half of 2025. Remember, when we quote the performance of investments from outside the U.S., we're quoting that performance in U.S. dollar terms, so changes in currency exchange rates impact performance. For example, the value of the euro currency increased more than 8% relative to the U.S. dollar during the second quarter. So approximately half of that 16% second quarter increase in German stocks, which are denominated in euros, was due to the euro currency appreciating versus the dollar. We've spoken quite a bit about stocks, so let's take a moment to discuss bonds. Just like the stock market, the U.S. bond market experienced a great deal of volatility in the second quarter in the wake of the tariff announcements. The U.S. bond market, as represented by the Bloomberg U.S. Aggregate Index, finished the second quarter up 1.2%. It has risen 4.0% for the year to date. Just a reminder, declining bond yields mean rising bond prices. As always, Wespath will continue to monitor the latest geopolitical and investment news and update you on the most important market developments. We are here to keep you informed throughout 2025 and beyond to help you achieve your long-term investment goals.